Too early for this shit. Bear with me, everybody. Gotta get my bearings. Doing things a little differently this morning. Yes, there we go. And then community. All right, here we go. Ooh, lots of comments today. All right. What's up, Fairy? Good morning to you. Still a little bit of intro music before we get things going. Sen, good morning. Good morning to you. Goodbye to glue. I don't know that song. I just remember the Beavis and Butthead parody of it. Let me find my intro music here. What's up, Fuzzy? Let's try this one. I don't even know what this is, but let's do it. Oh, I love how it's not working. Hold on. Of course. Of course it's not working. Why would it? Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Stop this shit. Start it again. Damn it. Oh, oh, no, no. Let's stop all. Because the volume was turned way down. Here we go. I need coffee. I need coffee. Where the hell is my wallet, y'all? Where's my wallet? It's one of two places: in my car, in my house, or in the garbage, in the landfill right now. And my guess is it's in the landfill because I've been looking for it and can't find it. And that sucks. My credit card's in there. Okay. Well, at least I know it's not being used for nefarious purposes. The last place I used it was at Walmart. I went there. They don't have it. I'm gonna have to tear apart my house here in a minute. But anyways, yes, that's three places. It is. What's up, Paige? Marth, you're a fucking rock star. You're a fucking rock star, Marth. Um, let's see. Mater, what's up? 357. Kim, Afila. Sounds like an 80s video game. Yeah, that's the theme to Miami Vice, 8-bit style. You got it. Who else am I missing? Renee Moda. Welcome to you. I think I got everybody. I think I got everybody for now. If I missed you, my apologies. Get something to drink real quick. We're gonna go over the comments here. Carrie Ann, welcome. Nice to have you here. All right, let's go ahead and start at the bottom here. With Danny. Yeah, I'm crackling already. I think it's my cord. I don't know. I'll just I know how to fix, but Danny with the heart emoji. Thank you, Danny. Pippi says having to do the replay because of MLH. Why? Why blame me, Pippi? Why blame me? Rib Guy says Rib Guy 2 says can't wait for the interviews. Me neither. Oh, speaking of, let me check my my email because I might have one on the burner here. Let's see. All right. Uh, uh, let's see. I'm just reading in real time. Sorry. Hold on. Uh, ooh. Oh. Well, I got some interesting info that I'll talk to you guys in a little bit about. It's kind of interesting. Let me see this. Uh, oh, oh. Oh man. Okay. I got some great news in my email. I forgot to check my email. Sorry, y'all. All right. Um, just kind of looking at things, and then of course I got some great cartoons by the cartoonist. But let's continue on here, and then we'll talk a little bit. Pippi says, "Wait, you said you had another announcement you were going to say at the end. Is this clickbait?" I told you the announcement. I said my announcement, Pippi. Janet says, "Replay crew." Right on, Janet. I appreciate the replay crew very much. I'll get to your comments in chat for the live chatters here in just a second. Let me get through these. Jason says, "Replay crew, sorry I missed it live. The Stranger Things music was giving me flashbacks of the Chi video." Oof. I don't even know what to say to that, Jason. Thank you for the comment. Victoria says, "I just wanted to be different." Well, good for you. Um, Algorithm boost. This is for Scott's sister with the hearty emoji. "When I first came upon your bro last year, I was fascinated. He was just like my brother, but using his ick powers for good. I even brought it up to our family. It wasn't long until I could see Scott was indeed just like my brother. You're not alone. I'm the older sister. Uh, And thank God my bro's not on YouTube. Nope, he lives in the woods in his broke down RV, protecting his goods from the local druggies. And seeing as he's just like DOA, we joke about how much he must be enjoying screaming and chasing them. Or worse yet, make friends, and we all know how that ends. I used to wonder if you were watching with us. I can't imagine what that was like. Anyways, so glad you did this, and you're not alone. Go Trump. No politics, please, algorithm. Um, Naturally neutral said so many lies that Scott Hochstetter has been telling his chat have all been debunked and exposed by his sister. Well done. Nobody can believe anything he says from this point. His mother is not, nor ever was, an alcoholic. He never graduated from college and played lacrosse rather than football, like he told his chat. Oh, well, in college, that is. Yes. His own family fear him and do not invite him to any family gatherings as they fear his violence and anger management issues, and has been diagnosed with mental health issues which he refuses to take medication for. He self medicates with pot, mushrooms, and alcohol. His own sister is concerned about his activities around children and doesn't want him around her kids. Her son has never met Scott, but has been told that he is a bad person. Great interview. Thank you very much. Naturally neutral. Laura Rib Guy says, "I have found my people. I've been looking for some fellow Scott haters. LOL." You're not alone, Laura Rib Guy. You're not alone. Gina Freya, sub to Crazy Love. Thank you for subbing. Naturally neutral. Oh, replying to Victoria Miles, who says, "I'm just glad somebody finally came out and just said something, really. I mean, this has been a lot for his sister. Mm, I mean, they're all just trying to live their own private lives. They didn't ask him to bring them into the subject. But I do have a question. So Scotty is a shit in a bucket, a shit stain in a bucket, and that bucket is his whatever little camper, whatever you want to call it. So does that mean he's legally driving around in a porta potty? Well, we used to say that he was driving around, driving a mobile porta potty. Naturally Neutral responds with, not sure why he is so defensive about a shit bucket when apparently he has been using one for many years before even coming to LA. It was Aja that first called him out for his van stinking like shit while leaning into his driver's side window to talk to him. The smell was overwhelming her, so she asked him whether it was him or his van or both that stinks like shit. It was that at that point, Aja was declared a bad actor by Scott. His sister said the whole family wants him to stop talking about the mother's cat because nobody really fears any jokes about eating it. She said that he was the one who first started talking about it. Yes, yes, that's true. Nobody knew their mother's name or the cat's name until he brought it up, and the trolls took the information and ran with it. The mother never stopped walking the cat, and the cat was never on a leash, so the entire thing was a lie told constantly by Scott. His sister said he's a tragic liar and makes up stories all the time. He played lacrosse in college till he got hurt and cried on the sideline. She said he threw himself on the floor in the courtroom and cried the day his sovereign citizen tactics of avoiding a fine didn't work. And instead of getting a fine, he ended up getting 118 days in jail for fighting with the court security. That's actually true too. The stupid sovereign citizen crap not only didn't work for him, but his violent actions got him locked up, where he admits he cried on a daily basis until a cellmate told him to stop crying, as it was the reason both of them had their clothing and bedding removed to prevent any attempts of ending his life. Hmm. Well, speaks for itself, naturally neutral. Thank you for the comment. Victoria Miles also says, I would like to hear her interview with Streets. That interview was kiboshed because of Scotty, if you remember. Linda Perales says, starch embarrassed much? I have no idea what that means. I was making a comment about, whether people use starch on their clothes. And then Linda Perales says, ask KKK Aaron about starch. I have no idea what you're talking about there. Shotzi Page, who's in chat, says, replay crew digging the funky jams. Yeah, we have funky jams on DT all the time. Janet from another planet on the replay crew. Thank you very much. I missed it and here for the replay, Ren says. Yes, thank you for being part of the replay crew. Thanks for being a member as well. Kim A. Judge Judy would say that Scientos provoked it because the protesters were just doing their thing. They didn't have any reason to come out and dump the water. That I agree with, Kim A. I think they both were at fault. I don't think Aaron should have thrown that blue starch shit, whatever he did. And I also think that the Scientos shouldn't have threw water. It was unnecessary on both sides. And I think both sides should be charged accordingly. Cinderella on the replay crew. Thank you very much. Pippi says, has he been arrested yet? Not yet. Not yet, but he does have a court date coming up Monday. And he had to talk to his lawyer about something. I don't know if you guys caught that, but you should watch Aaron's stream from this morning. He admits his faults, what he was doing, and he shouldn't have used a few words. Cop laughed, rolled eyes because Sea Org turned his back when Aaron threw and walked back through to the rest of the water on his feet. Just go watch, please. So misinformation and judgments don't get made before the facts. I know you're a fair guy. Literally tell truth. I saw the video. The video does not lie. I don't care what people say. Words can be twisted. Words can be said. But in my opinion, both were wrong. The Sea Org guy should not have thrown the water, and Aaron knows better. He's an adult. He shouldn't have thrown the cornstarch in the guy's face or whatever that powder was. So I am a fair guy, and I call things how they are, even if sometimes people are wrong that people like. I've been wrong before, so you got to call a spade a spade. I think Aaron's going to have to take an L on this one. They did drop the charge to a misdemeanor. I don't know if you saw that, which is, I also think, appropriate. I don't think it rises to the level of a felony like they wanted to do. So, dropping the charge to a misdemeanor is the right thing. He can fight it. I mean, he's going to have his day in court. I think it would be a fool's errand to, um, no pun intended, to um, not plea it down to even further, like maybe a fine or something, and be done with it. But he was wrong. And like I said, I saw the video, I saw different angles of the video, and that's what I base my opinion on. And you always got to think of how a jurist would feel with the whole thing. Just because somebody punches you, I mean, you have a right to defend yourself, but that doesn't mean that you can't get a ticket for fighting. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you might be able to plea your case in court, and a jury might find sympathy with you. I'm not saying he can't get out of that charge, but it would take a jury and a lot of money to, to do that. Okay, Sandra, the good Sandra says how to prepare yourself for prison, getting your affairs in order. When I asked if I should go live and what I should talk about, that'll be an interesting topic. We'll talk about that. Fila with the laughing emojis. Tricky Trixie, I think you miss us. I do. I do. I just because I give DT a week off doesn't mean I can take a week off. It's the players deserve time off from time to time, but I have a channel to run. So, this is what I do. So I have to go on sometimes. Ginger, can't catch it live, but we'll watch the replay if you go today, which I didn't end up doing, Ginger. One topic that I think would be very interesting, you have a group of strong survivors. I think we can all relate to being hurt, and I'd love to hear how they were able to begin to trust again and build confidence in relationships. A lot of people are hurt and closed down, but so many of the people on the panel have not done so. Um, well, wait for next week, Ginger. We're going to be talking about survivors. We're going to have it's going to be a little different for DT. We're not going to do quite as many commercials. I mean, everybody's getting kind of burnt of the amount of hours that we're working. Um, but it's going to be a poignant week. I have one email. So if you're a survivor and you want to tell your story, you can either come up on panel, or you are more than welcome to send in your story, and you will remain completely anonymous. I've got just a heck of an email I'm going to read to you guys on Monday that we're going to discuss. That person is going to remain anonymous, so you know we will talk about it. Um, so let's continue here. Next week is survivor stories. Great talking points. Yes, indeed, Sandra. Good, Sandra. Bloomy says, I really like this. Really good question. Yes, and we will cover this topic and more next week. So I hope you guys tune in. It's going to be great. Lady Justice, go live about 10-ish, she says. Talk about weather. Talk about our rights. Talk about your rights. Talk about what makes you you. Hey, talk about the aliens from space that's set to hit the planet in November, or is it 2027, whichever. I don't believe in that, Lady J, because I've heard both dates actually. Talk about the government. Talk about how the price of everything is skyrocketing out of achieving. Yeah, I didn't end up going live, so we didn't have to. Good Sandra again says learning prison lingo, how to manage commissary money properly, peeling potatoes, or working in prison laundry, washing Bubba's clothes. Yeah, I have a cookbook from a local prison. I could send a couple of inmate recipes. Oh, well, we could definitely talk about that. And I'm sure we will talk about that, Sandra. I appreciate the comment. Linda Wilson says, how so many people are defending what Aaron did. Um, some just don't realize how dangerous what he did was. He threw that stuff in his face, mask or not. It got in his eyes, it got in his clothes. Can you smell a fart wearing those cheap masks? They don't protect crap. He needs to be charged with a hate crime. Google holy powder. It's dangerous. I don't think he needs to be charged with a hate crime, Linda. I've already said, I think the charge is appropriate, a misdemeanor charge. Um, The other guy should not have thrown water at him. That's an act of aggression. We can argue till the cows come home about those facts, right? And they will. If Aaron wants to take it all the way, he has a right to. I would go for a speedy trial. Um, the charge was lowered from a felony to a misdemeanor, from my recollection, which I think is appropriate. And he will have the opportunity probably to plead down or go to trial. It's up to him. I mean, in this case, I don't see how they both were wrong. Um, I probably, I mean, if you only take a plea deal if you're guilty, I think he is guilty of, doing that. It's not right. I mean, powders can cause asthmatic problems, so I don't agree with it. I mean, I'm in the minority. I know there's a lot of Aaron fans, and that's fine. I mean, but I call a spade, and it is what it is. But I agree, he should have been charged with something. Um, and I also agree that it should not have been a hate crime. It should have been a misdemeanor. The guy was aggressive with the water, and I saw the video, and nobody can convince me otherwise. I've seen multiple videos of it. I think it's petty. I think they both were being petty. How about that? Thank you for the comment, Linda Wilson. Aware AF says, what a person should realistically be doing before violent felony court appearances. The priorities these people place in front of integrity in their own lives, the negation of anything and everything they touch. I agree. And Beachcomber agrees as well. Yep, his handlers are leaving things a little too late. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Valerie says, yes, I should have went live. I didn't end up going live. What time? Yes, live? No live? Keep guessing. Yeah, I kept you guys guessing, didn't I? Get a hobby, Fuzzy says. I actually have a couple of hobbies. Play video games when I can, but video games don't pay the bills, Fuzz. You know what I'm saying? I wish they did. Otherwise, then I would play a lot more of them. Kim A says, so you're doing a live or not? I will try not to lose sleep tonight. The withdrawals can be difficult after I said no live. See you tomorrow. I did do one the following day. So there you go. DOA Mangina says, dang, I was hoping you would talk about Rabbit's video. She gave us a shout out. Yes, I did talk about Rabbit's video. It was awesome. It was pretty good. Pointed out some facts. Looking forward to it, Pippi says. Thank you, Pippi. But yeah, shout out to Rabbit. She did give us a mention. I'm eagerly anticipating part two of her videos. She doesn't normally do uh, deal with you know, the little petty stuff. She's on to big things like the Diddy trial and the Epstein stuff and stuff like that. Shotguns, rifles, pistol says, Yo, was hoping to speak with you. Hey, my email's always open. So, you know, feel free. Contact me via email. Blue Unicorn says, yes, and talk about these life choices you have been making. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Naturally Neutral says, shit stain on the family name. Told his chat that he did hear something about his sister going into Boss Talk's YouTube channel to expose all the lies her brother told over the years. He's now trying to discredit the other streamer, but that doesn't mean everything his sister said isn't true and accurate. Just because that streamer has a checkered past doesn't mean anything. Scott's sister is inaccurate and truthful. At one point, Scott was talking to his chat and said that he heard that his sister went on the channel to be interviewed, but he didn't bother to watch any of it. Then later, he admitted that he watched bits and pieces of the interview, but eventually, Scott basically tried to counter argue every single thing his sister actually said about him. He laughed when he repeated her saying that he is a liar and that she is the actual liar. But the fact that he counter argued every point his sister made proves that he actually did watch the entire interview his sister did. And more importantly, it proved that he is the actual liar and his sister was telling the truth about how he lies constantly. Scott is calling Boss a bad actor, but that doesn't discredit his sister. It just shows how desperate he is to attempt to deny everything she said. His own sister wants him in a cage and is willing to talk to Scientology's Moxon to help him get locked up. I would advise his sister not to talk to Moxon, not because of the reasons Scott says, but because you don't want Scientology involved in your life, and they will try to get involved. But I think the other points are super valid and fair. Just prove that he's a fucking liar, because he is. He should just rename himself the Big Fat Liar. You know. Ferry said, "See you later." No, I ended up not going live, so you know. Buttercup says, "Just got notified. Thank you to whoever gifted me a membership, my first gifted membership." Well, congratulations, Buttercup. Hopefully, you will keep that membership. That's my hope. It's super cheap, and I think we provide a lot of good content for y'all. Victoria Miles says, "Hello. Hello to you." What else we got here? Caden White says, "What happened to the original video on my re-upload?" It's the same video, Caden. There's no editing. The original video's on my channel as well. You can find it. King Solomon says, "MLH, what's up, homito?" What's up, Solomon? Nice to have you comment. End harmful practices says tattoo should be a tree with, oh, I don't know, maybe a bike chain to it. How dare you end harmful practices? How dare you? Brandon James says, great show today. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Peaceful Dragon, the final comment says, plenty of people are bullied and don't turn into malicious narcissists. That's true, but we were pondering the origins of shit stain on the family's name, you know, um, narcissism and maliciousness. That's all. It's just spitballing. That's all. We're not psychologists or psychiatrists here. We just play them on YouTube. All right, let's see if I got any held comments. Boom. Let's show the hidden comments. Yes. All right, literally tell the truth. Oh, all his crazy minions are all ages, and there's some in Laura's, still in Ashley's, been going live, and they all left Laura's live to go to Ashley's. I don't even watch. Scroll through, look at the names. Yeah. I don't know why that was not that was held. That was stupid. I don't know why they held that. And Danny said hello. Thanks, Danny. All right. No viewer posts. Let's see if we have any mentions. Afila, I saw that video. Thank you for mentioning me, Afila. And then Lady Liberty tagged me in a video. Appreciate that. Cat Ocean. I wonder what this is. Let me see what this is. 4 days ago. I don't post a lot about Scientology anymore, but I do keep up with some of it. Just posted in another sub a little bit ago. Is Lore of DOA in jail? No, he's not. He is not in jail. Yeah, not in jail, but it is interesting. Not in jail yet, but he will be. He will be. What are we doing here? How do I get back? Oh man. All right, let me just get out of this. Okay, let's get back here. I'll get to your comments. Let's stop the screen here. Oh, wait, let me see if there's any more. Patty Chiara mentioned me. Believes the victims. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I don't know if that was a slight on me. Grim Reaper mentioned me. Networking. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know what this video is, but appreciate that. And Hellgear. mention me. Appreciate that. And another one. Okay. Think we're all done here. Let me stop this, get to the chat. Rib Guy says, lock him up and throw away the key. Brenda, good morning. Nice to have you here. Ellie, good morning to you. Old Frizz, welcome. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. What's up, Afila? Old Frizz. It was children's fun run powder labeled non-toxic, baking soda, food grade cornstarch, FDR approved, food dye, safe to use again and again. This is important. Lots of information. No, Old Frizz, here's the point. Even though something is labeled as non-toxic, it doesn't mean that it can't be dangerous to someone else. You don't know. I would never, I mean, look, you want that shit in your lungs? I don't. And I'm not allergic or anything to that stuff. It's just wrong. It was just wrong. That's all. I mean, look, I make mistakes, I own up to them, and I move on, right? And I think Aaron has already admitted his faults. I think the guy that threw the water was also at fault because that's an act of aggression, even though it was water. They both should have been arrested and taken to jail. You know, I mean, technically, they both should have just been cited and left there. But you know how the cops are, so it is what it is. Question. Um, person, what are you asking me, Paige? I don't even know what you're asking me. Who plays D&D? A uh question. Person with a wizard wand is a MLB, Major League Baseball. I don't know what MLB is. Who plays D&D? A Magic Chicano. Oh, that's funny. I used to play D&D when I was younger. I love D&D. Um, let's see. Kim A, my opinion, only Aaron, the protesters doing their thing, not bothering anyone. Scientologists came out instigating, not guilty. I think they're both guilty, Kim A. Just because somebody throws water at you doesn't mean that you have to retaliate with powder. I mean, that's, it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Um, Cinderelli's in chat. What's up, Cinderelli? Um, let's see. What else are we doing here? Let me look at chat here. Marth Meringue. I saw what you did in uh, Melodies, Marth. um, let's see. Do we got anything else? You guys have any questions for me? Powders are thrown at people in curses too. Just saying. Yeah, I know. Good morning, Jackie. Read your comment. Okay, I will. Ellie, hold on. Let me get up to it. I was reading the comments. Let's see. Where's your comment? Let's see. Still looking for it. Oh man, I hate having to go back and look. Yeah, okay, here we go. Give Aaron a nuisance fine of 100 and call it a day. It wasn't the worst thing. I agree. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. Like it's not. It wasn't a felony. I mean, like that seems fair. Give him a nuisance fine of $100 and call it a day. It was definitely wasn't the worst thing in the world. But I also think that Scientologist should get some type of fine as well. Even though water is like nothing, you get water sprayed on you, big deal. It's just fucking water. It's an act of aggression. You know, it's not right. You should get fined for that. You know. Let's see. I've been getting confused with all the rib guy name. I know. Which, by the way, let me do this so that way, we get most of the if anybody wants to continue using my streams are going to have to do a lot of editing. Rib guy Tanya, rib guy Tanya, rib guy Tanya. Yeah. Um, yeah, I believe they both should have like some little fine, you know, something like that, you know. I don't know. It just, to me, it just much ado about nothing at the end of the day. We got different things to focus on, namely Chumley. Um, this court date coming up is interesting. I think there's going to be a continuance. I don't think there's going to be anything major that happens. We can all hope. Um, how dare you, Ellie? Um, I have a week till I can change my name. I know a lot of people got into that changing their name thing, and I should just change mine back. Hold on. Nah, I'll leave it on there. I'll keep the everybody guessing. That way they have to constantly, like when I do this, they have to, like, if they want to get my content, they have to block out that, and different things, change it up, vary it up here and there. Boom, boom, boom. Impeding right to protest is a worse charge, in my opinion. I agree, Afila. I mean, that's something to talk about. I think they're just stupid charges. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Uh, Guy was wearing a mask. I doubt it went into his lungs. Should Aaron had done it? No, but getting dumped gallons and gallons of water on them and their items. See, that's what I'm saying, Becky. They both should have been given a fine. Much ado about nothing. You don't do this. You don't do that. Get to your corner. You go to your corner. Everybody's happy, right? I mean, the cops could have simply done that. Hey, do you need medical attention? No? Okay, shut the fuck up. Go over there. Do you need medical attention? No, shut the fuck up. Go over there. End of story. Done. It just, yeah, and I agree. The Scientologist should have been charged with stopping your right to your First Amendment speech, you know? So that's a little more serious charge. But cops are cops, and cops never do what they're doing. What's up, Becky? Nice to have you in here. Um, I don't know. It just there's I just think that the guy shouldn't have thrown water. Aaron shouldn't have done what he done. He could have called the cops himself, said, "Hey, these guys are throwing water on me." You know, they're trying to stop my protest. There was a better way of handling things. That's all I'm saying. You know. Brenda says, I heard Chumley say the needle accusation against Becky was just for no, Brenda. What he said was it was for clickbait. So again, Chumley's a big fucking liar. All right. That's the common theme. He's a fucking liar. Lie, lie, lie. That's all he does. Lie. He's a liar. That's what we all can agree on, right? Chumley is a habitual, what do they call that? Serial liar. He lies. He lies about anything. He is capable of lying at the drop of a dime. If it suits his narrative, he's going to lie. What's up, Chris? He's a big fat liar and a big fat piece of shit. Like that. And eventually, he's going to be here. That's what's going to happen. He's going to be right there, right in jail. Eventually. We don't know when, but it's coming. Pathological. That's what I was looking for, Buttercup. Pathological liar. Thank you for being a member, Buttercup, and all the members in chat. Thank you. Appreciate it. Lies like a rug. He's a habitual liar. Yes, pathological liar. Yes, pathological liar. That's what Chumley is. He is not capable of telling the truth if the truth makes him look bad. Okay? And the truth always tends to make him look bad. um MLH, he should get locked up Monday for mentioning the names. He was told by a judge. I agree, Kim A. Look, if the judge didn't put him in jail the last time, Kim A, I don't have high hopes that he's going to be put in jail on Monday. We can all hope. We can all hope, right? But I don't have any faith in the DA right now. I don't have any faith in the justice system. The justice system fails people time and time again. And if you don't believe me, ask Jalen about the justice system. Jalen and Matt. Ask him. um, let's see. What does Mater say? Everything he's got away with for so long, I think he'll get away with it again. You see, every time he's like a slippery pig, right? I mean, literally like a slippery fucking pig. He gets away with shit all the time. And it's frustrating. And we all feel the frustration, right? But one day, I assure you, one day he's going to be in jail. He's going to be in prison, right? One day. What's up, Southern Yankee? Nice to have you here. I hope someone told the DA or judge what he did as soon as he left court. He won't get the cage on Monday, maybe later. Helicopter Granny says. Turner, welcome. Nice to have you here as well. I think, look, I think Monday's going to be much ado about nothing. There's like a 0.01 chance he gets thrown in jail. He should be in jail. Absolutely, he should be in jail. In a way, I can understand why the judge did what they did. All right. Let him go. Let him say more shit. What's up, Big Chief? Nice to have you in here. Um, you know, let's see what happens. That's all I'm saying. But yes, he's a pathological liar. You can catch him in lie after lie after lie. And the thing that gets me is he'll go on to his elite chat, right? His echo chamber. And his echo chamber will reinforce that only he can tell the truth, right? Only he can tell you the truth and set you free. Only he can tell the truth. There's nobody else. No, everybody else is lying. There's not one whether it's me or Ellie or anybody on DT, his sister, his own sister, Boss Talks, anybody else, anybody, Rib Guy, Tanya, you know, everything in his past. Only he's telling the truth, right? Only Chumley is telling the truth. You know, he's the only one capable of saying the right thing. Everybody else is a filthy liar. You know, when MLH has facts on his side, those are just they're lies, made up lies. You know, MLH is a fucking liar. He only has all the facts on and receipts on his side. Ellie's lying all the time with her dumb facts. You know, just lying. We're just lying up here. You know. Oh man. We're all fucking liars. Everybody's a liar except for fat guy. Fat guy in little shirt. Fat piece of shit in little shirt. We're the only ones lying, not this guy, right? Not this guy, you know. He's telling the truth. I mean, look how honest his face is. He's just a little innocent guy, everybody. This guy's telling the truth. The shit bucket guy who's lied over and over about that, by the way. This guy, the Oompa Loompa. Look at that face. How innocent is that face? He is not capable of telling a lie. I bet you any money, y'all. I bet you he's related to George Washington. I cannot tell a lie. I bet you if you go back into his lineage, He's related to George Washington. Cannot tell a lie. He can't tell a lie. This guy right here, right? This shit bucket can't tell a lie. The guy who eats his boogers, right? This guy is incapable of lying. He's never told a lie in his entire life. This guy right here, right? Never told a lie. This guy, never, ever has he ever uttered a lie in his life. Never, you know, never. This slim guy, this guy that weighs, 150 pounds, never, never has told a lie. This guy that boofs here, ketamine, has never told a lie. All of us are the ones telling a lie. You see the guy on the left, MLH, the guy throwing the Hadouken, Street Fighter style with the cooter disguise, with the grimace, non-liar, not capable of telling the truth. I've never told the truth on here. DOA, shit stain on the family name, is the only one that is capable of telling the truth. The only one. The non-jazzy burger eating guy that made up the whole jazzy thing. He's not lying, y'all. He's not lying. Everybody else, I don't care who you are, whether it's this one, right? Whether it's MLH, whether it's Dougie or Ferry or Flea or Ellie or any of the people that he never did the guy that he choked out, that guy's a liar too. He never had Chumley never had his arms around that guy's neck. This guy right here, never, ever. He never told the lie in court that he had a dog, right? A dog named Jazzy. Never said that. Never. This guy right here. This guy right here. This guy that, never lied about Jazzy the cat. This guy that never lied about a guy having a knife in a crowded place. That he's never capable of telling lies, anybody. He never told a lie about the guy, the guy at the rally that had a plastic knife. That was a real knife. That was a real knife. This guy right here, he never lies. Everybody else is a liar except for him, right? Right? Everybody run. He's got a knife. He's got a knife, everybody. This guy right here. Okay? This guy right here, he's always telling the truth. You can trust him, right? You'll never be on the bad actors list. Never. Because that guy always tells the truth. He always tells the truth. Always. Always tells the truth, y'all. That guy right there. Dad, welcome. Yeah, even Flattened Susan, the guy, the gal that he ran over, she was a liar too. He never ran over her, ever, ever. He never lies, y'all. Never, right? Old Frizz. But the jazzy thing is his trauma. It's so very sad. Must have PTSD from that, right? Right. He's starting to sell cherry tree. Yeah, exactly, PETA. He's incapable of lying. Kim Wexler, welcome to the Monster Squad. I hope you keep that membership. Yeah, he never lies about anything, y'all. He never lied about needles in the encampment. He never lied about that. That was all Laura. Laura lied about that, but not him. He never told anybody that there were needles in the encampment in that tent. Never. Never. So, Becky, you're lying. You're a liar, Becky. He's incapable of lying. He's incapable of lying. Top of the morning, Blee Bits. Nice to have you here. Chumley always pays his taxes, follows the law, and feeds others. Oh, Dad Ant. You forgot the main thing. He never lies, Dad Ant. You're Dad Ant, you're a bad actor and you're a liar because all you do is show his words up on screen, right? And how dare you even insinuate that George Washington's relative lies? Okay? Don't How dare you? How dare Doss put up the videos that she puts up? How dare Crackhead Kenny? Welcome, by the way, Crackhead Kenny. How dare you lie, sir? I mean, he's incapable of lying. So we're all lying. Every one of them. Kenny's lying. Rib Guy's lying. Dad Ant is lying. Doss is lying. We're all lying. All of our chat. Losing your wallet really affected your brain, Marth says. Obviously, this is parody, Marth. You know, um, Marth. I did lose my wallet, and it is affecting me. It sucks. I hate it. What's up, Rabbit? Oh yeah, I forgot. Rabbit, you're a big fucking liar. You're a big fucking liar, Rabbit. Your facts and your timeline, absolute fucking lies. How dare you, Rabbit? How dare you put out false narratives, Rabbit? How dare you? Rabbit, you're one of the biggest liars of them all. You're one of the biggest. You and I are some of the biggest liars, Rabbit. We're liars. Can you just admit it? I've already admitted to the world. I'm up there on the Mount Rushmore of liars. I think Rabbit, you're there too. Just admit it, Rabbit. Just admit it. Just admit it, Rabbit. You're a filthy, stinking liar. How dare you put up facts and timelines that make complete sense? And how dare you use, like you said, use his own words against him because he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. How dare you? How dare you, Rabbit? And Rabbit, I I hope you don't put out the second part of that video. I hope you don't. Because it's all going to be lies, Rabbit. Oh man. Language lesson, Rabbit, equals chingona prima. Oh, that's another thing. I better not speak Spanish. You know, I mean, that offends people. I mean, how dare I? How dare I?
Shut up.
Oh, bad actors. That's right, Barbara. They're everywhere. We're all liars. We're all even though he said several times he's lying. That's a lie. That's not a lie. That's the truth. He's lying, but only because, he's pointing out our lies. We're the liars, everybody. We're everybody. Oh yeah, that's right. Twat waffles. I forgot about that, Rabbit. You know, we're all twat waffles. It's all Rib Guy's fault. Twat waffles. That's what we all are. You know. Um. No, obviously I'm joking. Everybody, he's a pathological fucking liar. You know. 43%. The percentage keeps changing, Brandon. You know, twat waffles. We're all twat waffles for everyone. You get a twat waffle. You get a twat waffle. You get a twat waffle. Oh man, we're all lying twat waffles, everybody. Oh yeah, we're all nasty. I tell the truth by lying. See, Crackhead Kenny gets it. Crackhead Kenny gets it. Thank you. Finally, the truth from Crackhead Kenny comes out. I tell the truth by lying. We're all liars here, you know. Yeah, twat waffle. That's what he called Rabbit. Big old twat waffle. Oh man. It's so dumb. When you're dealing with a pathological liar, it can be very frustrating, but I think the mask is off. All right. Ever had twat waffles and chicken? Sounds kind of good. A little bit of syrup.
Sticky chicky.
Ugh. Snotty Scotty, welcome on into chat. Um, no, uh, we obviously have facts and receipts on our side. I thought Rabbit did an excellent job with her receipts and the timeline. I mean, it just got to a point that even Rabbit was like, you know what, this is bullshit. This is total BS. I agree, Ellie. Ellie says I would rather be a twat waffle than shit stain on the family name. Just saying, you know. I mean, you know, I mean, not for nothing. Oh man. Yes, you are, Brandon. You are. Oh God, gross rib flea. Ain't nothing nastier than the yeasty fupa walking cheese wheel bucket. Oh man, this guy. This is the guy. This is their Lord and Messiah, everybody. This guy right here. Lord and Messiah. This guy right here. This guy. Look, and if you think I'm being too harsh in the pictures, this is a real picture of him right here. Right? There he is. A walking twat waffle if I've ever saw. The biggest liar on YouTube, y'all. The pathological liar, which can be demonstrably proven time and time again. He even says it out of his own mouth. Burrito shell. That's right. Flea. Burrito shell. Sorry. I have to get it right. With the buffalo hump. Buffalo hump. Buffalo hump. Shit stain on the family name's got a buffalo hump on the back of his neck. Ooh. And by the way, eating boogers, I guess, is healthy for him. He's a big booger eater. Me gusta los mocos. Me gusta los mocos. That guy right there. This is the Messiah, everybody. This guy is the Messiah. this is this is who the elite chat looks up to, y'all. This guy right here. This guy right here. This guy on the left is the guy that they all love. This guy right here. This guy, everybody. This is who they look up to. This guy right here, man. Oh man. Comment shows turned into DT. Not really. Gross, Becky puts boogers into his burrito shell and eats it. He don't need burrito shells. He likes them straight up. No on the rocks, nothing. Straight up. This guy right here. This booger eating motherfucker right here, man. Oh man. That guy right there, man. This guy. This guy right here. This is who they all look up to, man. And pretty soon he's going to be right here in prison. Oh, man. It's probably going to happen early next year, mid next year, somewhere around there. But eventually, going to prison, y'all. He's going to prison. And maybe they'll serve him up a jazzy stew while he's in there. Waffles for everyone if we get 100 likes. Did you fulfill your promise, Dad Ant, for free pizza? Did everybody get free pizza? Oh man. Anyways, I think that's all we got for today. Ain't he Purdy? Question: what does he do with his poop in his bucket? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. You know what my guess is? MLH chat demands a twat waffle emote. Well, I need 10 more members. If that happens, then yeah, that'll happen. I had everyone in my heart when I ate pizza. Yes, Stat Ant. Yes, yes. The email MLH. What email? Did I get an email? Hold on. Let's see. Someone send me an email. No, no one sent me an email. What are you referring to, Marth? I'm anti-jazzy victimology. Probably admires it before he eats those boogers, Wild Poppy. Yeah, I agree. Twat waffles. I think Chi has a use for his bucket contents. Ugh. MLH, if we don't go till next year and is able to keep his BS up, it will be disgusting. Turner, I agree. Oh, look at Southern Yankee with the 10. Soon as YouTube lets me, Southern Yankee, I'll be putting up a new emoji. All right. Takes a little while for YouTube to catch up on memberships. Thank you very much. If you got a membership from the lovely Southern Yankee, make sure you say thank you. It matters. Thank you very much, Southern Yankee. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And then whoever got those memberships, make sure and say thank you. Um, yeah, I said what at the beginning. Oh, the email. Yes, I will be reading a very special email on Monday from a survivor. And I hope you guys join for another Survivor week, but this one's going to be a little different. We'll probably have one new ad. We're going to be showing a lot of the new ads next week to give everybody kind of a break. You know, Friday will be like a normal kind of show with more ads, but Monday and Wednesday will be a little light on new ads. But we will have at least one for you all, and you know, it was Becky. Let me see if I still got that. Hold on. See if I still got that. Oh, yes, here it is. Let me share that with you so you can see it. Let me get Jazzy Stew off of the table here. Uh, this is the newest emoji. Here, hold on. Right here. That's the newest emoji. Actually, the newest emoji is Chumley head behind bars, but that was the one where we went through and we created a really special emoji. You know, shit stain. With the shit stain underwear and his head up there, very regal looking. There you go. Yeah. There you go. You guys know. Yeah, Chum in jail and then the shit stain one. Those are the two newest ones. Um, hey, Southern Yankee, if YouTube doesn't catch up, I'll change one of the other emojis to something new. So your 10 gifted memberships won't go unnoticed by me. I will definitely put up a new one. Maybe it'll be a waffle. I can't put the word twat in there, but I'll do something. I'll do something. And Chad has spoken. You know, I think the shit stain on the underwear is positioned a little bit too high. Yeah, well, you know, yeah, it should be. Well, I mean, I did what I could. That's like an emoji type thing. Mm. Regal is stretching it a bit. Well, I mean, it's very regal to us, you know. I mean, it's DT. You know what I'm saying? Baby shitter. No, the shark stays. The shark stays. Make it a cooter waffle. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. I might do that. Blue waffle. Yuck. Fish tacos for all. Yum. Too early for that though. You know. But I don't know. I kind of like it. Stop this. It's a good sign MLH doesn't know much about shit stains. Well, you know, I mean, I wipe my ass. I mean, I don't know if shit stain wipes his ass. That's to be determined. Oh man. All right. How many likes are we up to? I'm gonna get out of here. Hold on. Let me see what's going on in chat here.
51.
51? That's it? That's all we could do? 112 people and all we got is 51? Ugh, I don't know, chat. I don't know.
Pretty lame-o.
That is lame. That's one of the lamest comment shows I've had in a while as far as likes goes. I don't know.
Okay, 72.
72. Okay, that's good. I just added one.
76.
Oh, there we go.
I almost forgot to add mine, but I added it.
You added yours, Bernie? Okay, Bernie in studio.
Yeah. 76, baby.
I'll never eat a waffle again, Jackie. Yeah, right, Jackie. You're gonna go and eat one this morning.
Waffles are good.
You know. All right, guys. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. We'll have a very good Monday show. I'm guessing the crew will be all there. We might have new music from Nami, up to him, whether or not he comes up with new music. We will have at least one new ad. We're going to show some of the older ads. I'll just randomly pick, some stuff. What song, Flea? What song? What am I playing? What song am I playing? Let's see. What song am I playing? What is everybody wanting? Oh, man. I already know. Oh, shit stain on the family. Yeah. Let's play that one. Why the fuck not? We're going to play that on the way out. Appreciate you, Paige. Tea time in Scotland, Kim Wexler says. Yes. All right. I'm going to play shit stain on the family name because why not? Let's go to Disaster P soundboard here. If you guys are struggling with your own mental health, please reach out to somebody you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. Not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen. Sometimes that helps. But if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember, somebody out there thinks you are their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. There is a hotline you can dial in North America. That number is 988. Make sure you do so. If you're a veteran, push in the number 1 after you dial that number, and that'll get you connected with somebody that can help you out. If you're not in North America, type in your browser of choice, mental health help, click on any of those options, and they'll get you connected with somebody that can help you out. Don't do anything until you talk to somebody. Talking helps. All right. That's all I got for you guys. See you guys on Monday. We're out. Later.
God is a thing that crawled out from hell. He's not a real human, anyone can surely tell. He takes people's money like a parasite. Don't you dare trust him, 'cause he will leave you in the dead of the night. He's a shadow with no light. He's the chaos